The sequence of play was really the big thing that a lot of people got confused with.
Right.
And by any means, I am not an expert at this, so I kind of make it up as I go. In the game turn, there's a game turn reference card. So there's the command phase. The commanding officer is going to be issuing dispatches. All right? Issuing a dispatch to the unit group commanders and the sign orders. So, for example, I'm looking at my unit group commanders. I have a 14, I have an 18, and I have a 20. All of these orders are pretty high in the stack for the attack orders. All right? I know that these orders are pretty high in the stack. So what I'm going to do, my commander-in-chief has a modifier of 3. He has a range of 3 for his orders as well. So from my commander-in-chief, counting the X's, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to issue orders to each of send my couriers out, and they go off to do their dispatches.
Right, and you chose those were chosen by the scenario?
You're going to have initial values chosen by the scenario, but once you begin the game, you can issue new orders.
Okay.
All right? The scenario is going to set initial initiatives for all the units out there. Okay, at this point, you'd be doing the same thing. At this point, if I needed to move my commander-in-chief because I expected to need to be someplace, that's when I would do that. The commander-in-chief may move 2 hexes. Now, so I can move my commander-in-chief 2 hexes. Well, I've got an idea of where I want to move my guys, where I'm going to be needing him in the next turns, because where he ends up now is where he's going to be at the beginning of the next turn, where he issues new orders.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm not going to. I'm not going to move. Hey, Bob. All right. Then what I do is carry out the orders. We're going to reveal. So they've received a new attack order. I have to see if you can actually successfully receive and understand that. I have a die modifier of 3 for the commander. I have a die modifier of 3 for this unit group commander, so I get a +6. And I need to roll a die.
I don't think I have any die.
I don't have one. Andy, do you have a die 10 in there? There should be at least one.
Oh, here they are.
All right. $11 seems to be the success. So I have a +6 for him to receive and understand his orders. So I rolled a 5. 5 + 6 is 11. 11 is a successful roll. So what I do then, I would simply draw another order chit from the cup and replace this order chit with my new order chit. Now they have, instead of 18, I get a 16.
So instead of issuing orders out, you can just
leave it. You can
keep it in place and then not do anything, or try to issue new orders.
Right.
Because your troops will continue doing what they were told to do.
What they've been told to do until told otherwise.
There you go.
So let's go to the next one. So this commander here has a modifier of 5, modifier of 3. That's +8. Didn't get it. Failed.
So he stays the same.
The order doesn't change. Modifier of 3, modifier of 3, +6. That's a 10, 16. Perfect. Now, he had a 14 before, and I draw a 9. So at that point, I've urged my men to take action more rapidly.
Okay.
You'd be doing the same thing. So you've executed, you've issued your orders, you've resolved whether or not your orders have changed, and you're ready to move on to the next step.
Okay.
So the next step is carry out the orders, check for out of command units. So any of our units are out of command. At this point, no, You have a command radius for each of your units. You have your commander-in-chief attached. Your commander-in-chief is within his command radius. 2-3, 2-3, 1-2-3. Command radius of 2, 1-2. Everything is within 2. Same way with all my other units.
Now, if they weren't in command?
If they're not in command, you're going to get an out-of-command marker at that point, and out-of-command is going to, like any other game, you're going to see penalties for out-of-command.
Okay.
Units are restricted in their actions when they're out of command. All right? Now, then there's the event, reaction, draw, card draw phase. There's a series of cards that we draw to see if there's an event. Out-of-command units may not move, make melee attacks or charges, or use event reaction cards. All their other capabilities are unaffected, including fight and melee, fire, and formation terrain. So once you've identified a unit as out of command, it's out of command until they return to command. When you place a unit in reserve, that gives you +1 draw on your event reaction cards. So you get extra cards in your hands by having units in reserve.
Okay.
It gives you more flexibility, more things you can do. So those are the event cards, and we would build a hand from that. Now, I have a command of 3, so I'm going to get 3 cards. And these are the 3 cards that I have. And then what they do is they give me extra things, extra information, as reactions, as movements, extra abilities that I can use in the event of it in the game. Then there's the action phase. The action phase comes after this part, where you're drawing cards. There's a first segment of the action phase. Starting with the lowest value printed, the units are activated. So we look at the activation units.
Right.
You've got a 4. Is that right?
Right.
Okay, so that would be the first unit to act.
Okay.
So they would get a 4. So with their first act, they can either do a formation change wheel, move, or fire.
Okay.
They get one of those 3 actions in that order. They can change formation, or they can move, or they can fight.
Okay, so we'll go to line.
Okay. So
what's our range, by the way, here?
1.
1?
Yes.
Okay.
Cavalry, infantry, they're just around.
So then we look for the next lowest initiative?
Then the next lowest initiative. So I've got a 9. My cavalry here.
17 is my next.
Okay. My cavalry is not going. He can move, and then he can set up a charge. So cavalry's get a movement of 2, and I could move the whole unit too. Commander.
So,
hey folks.
My goal here would be to get these guys up there to protect the infantry. But I don't think I can get up there fast enough to beat your cavalry, so...
Possibly not.
Okay.
I don't think he hears you. Okay.
Start crying. Start crying.